What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Twisted Younginz, the most unorthodox show on the globe. I am one of your hosts, Myra B. King.
And this is Desi Dez.
And it's your boy Mojo in the building. We have a special guest with us today, sir. Let the people know who you are.
My name is Supreme Dae. Yeah, I'm here. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. We appreciate you joining.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
Supreme Dae, man. We checked out your catalog of music. You have some dope messages. You know what I mean? Powerful, positive. You know what I mean? And it's not something that we hear too often in music now. When you talk about like what's going on in the world, like how, like I like the song, like the video "Tired" that you promote. Nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's get started. For starters, where are you from?
I'm originally from New Jersey, Somerset, New Jersey.
Okay.
My parents from West Africa, but I was born here.
Okay. And how was it growing up out there in Jersey?
I mean, for the most part, it was cool. My mom, she came here a couple months before she gave birth to me, so she was getting her lights again and stuff like that. So like, I was with family most of the time, just being a kid.
Nah, that's what's up, man. What was it? I mean, what was the thing that started you in music? How'd you get your musical start?
My family. So basically, my mom's little brothers, they all made music. So like, they just used to rap all day. So I used to be there with them writing raps. So it just caught on until it just became something I wanted to do.
Okay.
So go ahead, Mojo. Go ahead.
Who were your musical influences as far as artists out here?
Only got one. My biggest influence, I say, music-wise, is Lil Wayne.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, Wayne was obviously a different type of artist, and his lyricism and his lyrics were something that's, probably, I ain't gonna say never be touched again, but it's something that we've never seen before, the way that he does the things that he do in the long run that he had.
Yeah, he influenced a whole generation.
2 generations, to be honest.
My biggest influence, I could say, he's a lot of the reason why I started really doing music and taking it serious.
Okay.
So growing up, growing out there in Jersey, it wasn't rough or anything. You hear a lot of stories about, like Jersey, the crime, the violence. So you didn't experience any of that?
I mean, it was rough, but my family and everybody else, they kept me away from all of that. So I wouldn't sit here and try to make up a story. So, but it was in certain areas, it's definitely like that. But I just knew where to be at and where not to.
And so you grew up in a religious home?
Yeah, I did.
And you said the Muslim faith, correct?
Yes. So I grew up with like my aunts and everybody, so like they were very religious.
Okay.
Could you just elaborate a bit on like the Muslim faith for those who aren't really quite aware of what fully that is? I know there's different perceptions of Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
And could you just break that down for a bit if you don't mind?
So it's like Islam. So basically, Muslim, we pray 5 times a day. Just like how they have a church, we have a mosque, and we go there every Fridays to pray 12 o'clock prayer. So basically, I feel like for the most part, it's just within a religion, it's all the same. It's just a different way that we approach it, but it all still has all the same concepts and everything.
Absolutely, man.
I don't think it's all the same. It's not all the same concepts for sure. Christians follow Jesus Christ, and we believe he was God himself in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You guys pray 5 times a day. Like, what is it? Is it towards east or something?
Yeah, it's towards Mecca.
Oh, that rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay.
And what's the rock?
It's just like a holy place that people go pray.
Okay.
Some people say it's like a form of idolatry. That's what some say. Okay, what led you? Your family members growing up. You grew up as a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you start off making what we would call Did you start off making like gangster musics with Wayne being your influence and everything like that, or did you start off making conscious type of perceptive music?
I wouldn't say I started off making gangster music, but when I was young, I did try to like fake be lyrical and try to like be on metaphors and stuff like that. So I was always like trying to be like intricate with my bars and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say gangster music because I'm not from that and I don't live that, so I don't really put that out there because it's not me. So, but I would say I did take the punchlines and stuff like that and try to implicate it and put that in my stuff when I was young.
Did your family support your career when you first started out?
Not really, because my parents, they're foreign. So, when they come to this country, they is doctors, lawyers, just anything that's for sure is anything that's a if and might they don't believe in that. So it was more so like just doing it and just making them believe at some point.
What country did they come from?
They're from Sierra Leone, Africa, West Africa.
Okay.
There we go.
So they have some strong principles. Of course, like I'm sure, they didn't want you to be a rapper.
Definitely.
What did they have? What do you think they had plans for you to be? Or
Yeah. So it's crazy because my senior year, I couldn't go to college because of financial stuff. So I was gonna go to the military, but I had did a whole process. I went to MEPS and everything, but I got denied because I have a problem with my left eye. So they was basically saying like, with the military, they very like specific with stuff. They was like, you gotta get that figured out before you come here. And that same day, I had like a little musical opportunity. So I just feel like it was God telling me like, just showing me my path basically and stuff like that. So I took that and I kept it going.
okay, so how often do you? I know you said you pray 5 times a day. That is great. How often do you read the Quran?
I won't. I'm not gonna say as often, but I do read it every once in a while, or like it's just certain parts that I say to myself every day and stuff like that.
So you don't really practice you don't really practice Muslim like that, or you just
No. I pray, but okay. I just don't read the Quran.
Oh, okay.
So know the history on it, like the history of the Quran?
I mean, growing up, we had Arabic school where we would learn just the alphabets and just like the history and like the prophets and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't say I know too much on it, but I know like just the little basics and stuff like that.
Okay. So I mean, you giving your soul to something that you don't really know that much about. Like, do you know the history of Sierra Leone and how they first became Muslims?
Sierra Leone.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I know. West Africa. Around that time, back in the day, they were practicing Islam a lot, and it's like even the Sierra Leone, it's Christians there too. It's a mix of both. So it's
which
like,
one is the older faith?
I would say Islam.
Islam is older than Christian. I mean,
Leon, yeah, it's more.
Leon.
No, I'm talking about overall. I'm not just talking about in one particular place.
What do you mean?
Religion is older.
I'm not sure.
The Bible is older than the Quran, is older than it by 600 years. And plus the area you from, I'm pretty sure if you go back and look into history, it's probably been conquered by some Arabics back then. So, he probably converted them to become followers of, Islam and, like that. I don't believe that's what those people in that region were before. Like, if you look at the time period before then, I'm pretty sure that they wasn't followers of the Quran back then.
Yeah, because
the Bible is older than it by 600 years.
The two oldest books in the world, you have the Gilgamesh, and then you have the book of Enoch, which both of those books reside in Ethiopia. And
even if you said the book of the Gilgamesh, that's written on a stone thing, right?
Yeah.
That's not even like a book.
Yeah, it's not even a book. I'm just saying the two oldest tablets, what I'm saying, both of those. But both of those make up the book of Genesis, what we call nowadays in the, in the King James version of the Bible.
You saying the book of Gilgamesh make up the book of Genesis? Yeah.
Talking about Enoch. Now, what I do want to know is, with everything that you have going on, how hard is it? Well, first of all, what kind of
stay on that topic, bro? We need to get down to why.
Hold on. What kind of Muslims are y'all? Because are you Nation of Islam or are you Sunni Muslim?
I say us. I feel like it's a lot of different perceptions of like Islam and stuff like that, especially with just the negativity that's around it with, you know what I'm saying, just the Middle East and stuff like that. But I feel like we just practice it the natural way as far as just praying, the belief, our 5 daily prayers of Ramadan, just fasting like 2-3 times out the month. Just I wouldn't say it's like any intricate way of doing it because like I said, like my family and I grew up in it. I believe in it. So I would say for us, it's just, I mean, if you just like with Christians, you grow up in a church and stuff like that, it's your way of life is what you know.
You just say I'm the way. Jesus say I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And he professed to be God. You guys don't believe he died on the cross. You believe that he was just a prophet, but that's not biblical. That's not in our Bible. And it says, I believe in your Quran, it says that you have no leg to stand on unless you read the Torah and the Injil. Have you read the Bible before, the Gospels?
No.
Right. So, you know, you got to know the history of something that you giving your soul to, you know what I'm saying? And that's the religion of the slave traders, the people that took a lot. I'm pretty sure if you look in your history, a lot of people that your ancestors were took into slavery by Arabic people. The people that's still taking people into slavery now are people that say they're a Muslim. It's not your religion. That is the Arabic religion.
And I believe the reason why, I think it's important that people do research far as on the Bible or anything like that. Because I too was practicing. I ain't gonna say I was practicing, but I too at one point in time, I was heavy into the Nation of Islam. And I was digging into the Quran a lot. And one thing I found more interesting than anything is that in the Quran, it keeps referencing the Bible a couple times. And one thing I did discover that I watched one time that I didn't really pay no attention because I never read the Quran from the back to front. But I've noticed, I seen a Muslim man say it one time. He was like, I believe Allah's name is mentioned in the Quran, I think about 14, 12 times or something like that. I believe, Muhammad, Elijah, I believe his name is mentioned a couple times as well. But Jesus' name is mentioned mentioned more times in the Quran than anyone else's name in the Bible. And I mean, in the Quran. And I thought that was kind of strange to me, knowing that, like you said, they don't even believe in Jesus, but his name is mentioned more than anyone else's in the Bible. I mean, in the Quran. So I thought that was
strange. Believe he was a prophet. They believe he was a prophet.
That's fine.
But it's just they don't believe nothing he said.
That's why I said it was strange to me. But moving forward, so with your music career, how hard is it for you to implement what you are following and trying to stay, true to your core values as far as making your music as well? Because I can understand that, in your lane that you're in rap and, anything like that, it's kind of hard, So what are some of the struggles that you have with trying to keep up with the faith and making this music that you have?
I won't really say it's not really any struggle for that at all for me because I'm not really doing anything that's too opposed to what I'm supposed to be doing. So like as far as music wise or what I'm talking about, it's not really anything that I could say is going against my faith or whatever like that. So I wouldn't really say that pertains to me.
Okay.
Got it. So yeah, again, like, man, the music is great. And that's interesting because like usually some people of like whatever, like some religion that they're following, they try to find a way to keep like, but as you said, it doesn't pertain to you, like as far as like their morals or values of like, the art that they put out, you know what I mean? And what they're portraying.
Yeah, because I feel like I feel like some people, like a lot of people make like gangster type music or they make things that's against but that's not really my lane that I'm in. Like I talk about my life, my truth, and you can't be lying if you're talking about your truth. So everybody's truth is their truth, regardless if it's good or bad.
Gotcha.
I just feel like my art is me, regardless if it's the good I talk or the bad I talk. Like at the end of the day, it's coming from my mouth, it's my expression, it's my emotion. So it's just for the people who relate with it, and if you don't, then it's not for you. Because I feel like music, it's really no right or wrong way to make music. Just like art, it's just whoever connects to that art. So it's gonna be a certain people that probably came up the way I came up or believe in stuff I believe in, and it just works that way. I feel like that's how music is. It just brings people together.
Yeah, art imitates life. Absolutely. So moving forward, you're making your music now. What are your plans as far as you in going into the industry? What are you looking to achieve as far as your music?
I could say right now, I'm just trying to figure out what's the most smartest way, because I feel like a lot of people my age, we rush into situations we really don't really understand. So like I'm just trying to make sure that I maneuver right and I make the right choices. So like I don't put myself in no type of situation that I might regret in the near future. Like so just making sure I'm careful and I do everything the right way.
Absolutely.
It definitely seemed like you're taking your time with it, which is smart. You know what I mean? A lot of people jump right in it so they can get that. You know, a lot of people do it like, okay, I need the money. You know, I mean, I want the fame, I want the clout, and then they end up marrying their soul to something, to something, and they end up changing completely, pushing these agendas. You know what I mean? Becoming someone totally different. So
definitely. So I just feel like it's important at the end of the day. Stay true to yourself, stay true to what makes sense to you. So that's all. That's what I believe in. That's what I try to keep in mind every day as I just continue my journey.
Absolutely. Are you married, brother?
No say.
Fornicating out here?
Huh?
Fornicating out here?
No, I'm cool and I'm celibate, man. And I'm working.
Okay.
Hey, brother. I would say, just when you get time, do it to yourself, or you ain't got to show me that you're gonna, you ain't got to acknowledge it, but you ever, just pray to the Lord, pray to Jesus Christ, and ask Him to say, if you're real, reveal yourself to me. Just give me, you ain't got to say yes, because I know how people gonna watch this, but just ask Jesus Christ if He's real. You pray to reveal Himself to you, and then you can go on live your life how you want to live your life, but you need to really do your research and know the history of Islam, know the history of your country, what happened to convert everybody there to Islam. You gotta, especially if you're gonna tie your soul.
There's a lot going on in this world, and you know more as we, as good as we know. Satan's relentless in his pursuit for recruiting all souls, whether it's Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, it doesn't matter. He wants everybody to go to hell. With him, hell is a bottomless pit. He ain't trying to be down there by himself. So he want a bunch of people to join him. But what do you have moving? What do you have moving forward in the future? What can we expect from you music wise? What would we have looking out for?
I'm dropping a single on the 21st called Special. Getting ready. We got the rollout together. It's a good song. I'm happy because I haven't dropped since I made Tired. So okay, it's been a while. So I'm just see people's.
You got an album on the way with that?
Oh, no. I mean, I am working on a project, but I want to drop my project when it's actually anticipated. Like, I don't want to just, because I feel like, especially nowadays with music, like everything just consumes so fast. So it's like people really don't digest music the way they used to, like, because there's so much artists nowadays. So like you could drop an album and it's forgotten by next week. So I just want to make sure I'm playing my part, just dropping singles, just building my fan base and my movement. And when I feel like it's the right time, I'm gonna drop the project.
Yeah, I think Spotify came out and said they uploading like 100,000 songs a day or something like that.
Yeah, it's a crazy number. Crazy number.
Well, we appreciate you, brother, coming out and giving us your story, giving us your information, and letting us know.
We appreciate
y'all too.
We appreciate you listening and us just having like a honest dialogue. You know what I mean? Without any, friction thing. We definitely appreciate that.
It's all conversation at the end of the day. If you're not open to information, then you're just not open. But that's not me. So
God bless you.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, man, you keep doing your music. Brother. Hey, stay out the way. Keep being celibate until you get married.
Absolutely.
I know that
don't let the fornication get to you. You out there and Cali is, that's Sin City too. Now I know everybody know about Las Vegas. Hey,
nah, Cali. Since I've been out the way, man, it's scary out here.
I can imagine, especially if you following any kind of faith. It's rough out there. Shoot, they live a different type of life out there.